Hello, audience friends. The main content of this episode includes Chinese female actress boldly reveals the hidden rules in the entertainment world, and Yu Menglong is sighed to be born at the wrong time. Trump refuses to be the unfair victim, quits 66-inch groups together. U.S. military seizes oil tanker with Russian flag. Putin admits defeat. Heavy news. Shenzhen hospital suspected of using too much medicine, causing 20-year-old patient to take her own life. Mother's report is full of blood and tears words. Now let's look at the detailed content. First, let's pay attention to Chinese female actress boldly reveals the hidden rules in the entertainment world, and Yu Minglong is sighed to be born at the wrong time. The hidden rules in mainland China's entertainment world have always made people inside the circle hate them deeply. Last year, after Chinese male star Yu Minglong died in a strange way, it made the outside world very unhappy with the dark secrets in the entertainment world reach the top. Recently, on a mainland online platform, a topic called Female Actress Talks About Hidden Rules in Entertainment World suddenly became very popular, with reading numbers breaking 10 million in a short time, starting wide discussions across the whole web. The topic came from a female extra actor who openly said that there are indeed some bad things in the circle. A female extra actor from inside the industry filmed a video talking about secret stories in the circle, facing the longtime label from outside that the entertainment world's atmosphere is too messy and like a big dive at. She chose to face it directly and acted very calm in the video. She openly said that there are indeed some unfair things in the circle that cannot be seen in the light, and this is the main reason why outside people think this circle is full of bad air. But she also said that hidden rules are not only in the entertainment world, every circle has them. Maybe because of the current cold winter in movies and TV making her worry about her living, she hopes outside people do not make the entertainment world seem like a monster, which made many net users react strongly, many questioning if she wants to use this to wash white the entertainment world, pointing out that hidden rules are already deep-rooted in the circle, even becoming an invisible high wall that many new people must face when trying to get higher positions, not something that can be easily passed with one sentence, "There are bad people everywhere." Before this, mainland male star Yu Minglong died from falling off a building, and his studio statement said criminal suspicion is ruled out, shocking the whole web. After that, many net people doubted his death because it's not simple, even listing 14 big doubts, drawing death analysis pictures, etc., doubting he was forced to death by hidden rules. And the comment area under this topic also became a place to dig up old accounts. Net people, one after another, brought up past stories of many popular artists exposing dark secrets in the circle. For example, the straightforward Wang Zitao once live-streamed angrily scolding the request to accompany drinking and asked his employees not to go accompany drinking for social events. Mainland top actress Yang Mi once in an interview show talked a lot about hidden rules, revealing that when she just entered the industry, she met a director using meeting to talk about work as an excuse to do hidden rules. After she refused, the next day her planned role was replaced. Yang Mi even directly said in the entertainment world there are people who rely on selling their bodies to get higher positions. Ying Kaier in a variety show exploded that when she was 18 years old filming a movie in Taiwan, there was a secretary bringing cash to find her, asking her to accompany the boss for one night. Ying Kaier refused this unreasonable request on the spot. She said after that she cried right there and directly called her mother. There are also net users mentioning that Yu Minglong's death seems to be banned from talking, turning to say things like ML born at wrong time to avoid checks. Next, pay attention to refuse to be the unfair victim. Trump quits 66-inch groups again. American politics dropped another big shock. On Eastern U.S. time evening of January 7th, the White House released an official statement announcing that President Trump has signed an executive order instructing the U.S. federal government to take action right away to officially quit a total of 66 international organizations, institutions, and committees around the world. This large-scale quit group action covers 31 United Nations entities and 35 non-United Nations organizations, seen as the most complete cut from multilateralism in Trump's second term. For this action, the White House in the statement was very strong, directly pointing out these organizations push extreme climate policies, global control ideas, and ideology programs that conflict with American sovereignty and economic strength. The statement also stressed, quitting these organizations will stop American taxpayers' funding and joining of those institutions that put globalism agenda above American first matters or handle important problems in inefficient or ineffective ways. Because American taxpayers' money is best used in other ways to support related missions. U.S. Secretary of State Rubio also released a statement at the same time, directly saying some institutions are pure waste, not only managed badly, but also threaten America's sovereignty, freedom, and overall prosperity. Simply put, the Trump government thinks these organizations not only did not help America, but instead use American people's money to stab America in the back against American interests. This time, the 66 organizations quit are mainly in areas like climate change, worker rights, immigration, population and development, environment protection, etc. More noticed ones include United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC. This is the base for global climate talks. United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA, focuses on global birth health, long criticized by conservatives. United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, UNCTAD, and International Trade Center, ITC. Other areas also have Environment Cooperation Committee, Education Cannot Wait, Global Counterterrorism Forum, even cold door institutions like International Cotton Advisory Committee. Worth noting is that many international organizations America quit have become tools for China to expand influence. Beijing, through economic help and voting alliances, controls real speaking power in many institutions. For example, United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA, long criticized by Republicans during China's one-child policy indirectly supported forced abortions. Trump before quit World Health Organization, WHO, during the pandemic centered on China, causing the pandemic to spread worldwide. Also, United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, already controlled by China, including people appointments, money influence, and agenda pushing, secretly serving China's position. In addition, United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs, DESA, and its sub-institutions also became windows for China to promote One Belt, One Road. The so-called quit group means America will stop joining related activities, including funding. As the biggest money giver to these organizations, America's withdrawal of money will cause huge money holes. Many people wonder, with America quitting like this, how much money can be saved? First is membership fees. America usually pays 22% of United Nations regular budget. As of end of last year, America's owed money already over $1.5 billion. Also, peacekeeping budget about 26% and major shares in many special institutions. In 2025 fiscal year, just the State Department's international organization payments is as high as $1.54 billion. Trump plans in 2026 fiscal year to cut this budget by 83%, only keep less than $300 million. Although the exact funding total for these 66 organizations is not clear yet, but America in the past spent tens of billions dollars each year on United Nations overall. For example, in 2025 on United Nations humanitarian aid is about $3.38 billion. This quit is expected to save at least tens of billions level of taxpayer funds. This saved huge money is expected to be given again to defense building to support Trump's proposed $1.5 trillion military fee goal. But Trump is not cutting all international organizations with one knife. While doing this large-scale quit group, America still chooses to keep some core institutions, continue to join and fund those that can directly serve American interests, especially in competing with China to set global standards institutions. For example, International Telecommunication Union, ITU. To prevent China from fully leading 6G communication standards, America must hold this rulemaking position. International Maritime Organization, IMO, to make sure global shipping rules are still in hands of America and its allies. International Labor Organization, ILO, use worker standards as chips in trade talks. Also, financial institutions like International Monetary Fund, IMF, and World Bank. Trump government's purpose in keeping these institutions is very clear, which is to turn to a selective multilateralism. America no longer wants to pay for wide global ideals, but focus resources on entities that can directly strengthen American economic competition power, protect national sovereignty, and fight against big countries. This large-scale quit group completely breaks the tradition of past American governments trying to play leadership through international organizations. Different from past trying to reform organizations from inside, Trump chooses pay per point or even smash the chessboard. This big earthquake in global diplomatic system has just started. Countries around the world are holding breath to watch. After losing American funding and joining, how will global order be reorganized? Next, pay attention to U.S. military seizes oil tanker with Russian flag. Putin admits defeat. On January 7th, American military in North Atlantic and Caribbean Sea continuously seized two oil tankers related to Venezuela oil, one of them hanging Russian flag. This is after Trump government last weekend arrested former Venezuela President Maduro, further strengthening hard action on controlling Venezuela oil. The sea's actions include Bella 1 in North Atlantic. This oil tanker once tried to escape U.S. Coast Guard chase, even changed to hang Russian flag midway and painted new ship name Marinella, and got Russian submarines and warships to protect. But in the end, still seized by U.S. military special forces boarding the ship. Another stateless Sophia was caught in Caribbean Sea international waters, now being sent back to America by U.S. Coast Guard for handling. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said, "These oil tankers belong to Venezuela's shadow fleet, specially transport sanctioned oil. Under this president's lead, America will not allow this." She stressed, if crew break American law, may be brought to America for trial. U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth on social media strongly said, "The blockade on sanctioned and illegal Venezuela oil is still fully in effect, no matter where in the world." This action directly challenges Russia. Russian Transport Ministry and Foreign Ministry strongly blame America seizing Russian flag oil tanker as breaking international sea law, saying no country has right to use force on other countries' registered ships on high seas, and ask to make sure Russian people on ship get human treatment and return home soon. Russian Congress members even call this open pirate behavior. Although Russia once sent submarines and warships to protect, in the end, no direct fight happened. Putin himself has not spoken publicly yet. Kremlin reaction is relatively low-key. Analysts think Russia stops at mouth protest, actually equal to already admitting defeat. This shows Moscow is trying hard to keep relation with Trump, avoid further rising fight on Venezuela issue. At the same time, Trump government is speeding up control of Venezuela oil resources. Trump on Tuesday announced Venezuela Temporary Authority agrees to hand over 30 million to 50 million barrels high-quality oil, sell at market price. The money earned, supervised by America, used to help people of both countries. U.S. Energy Secretary Wright on Wednesday further said, America will, without end, control Venezuela crude oil sales, first handle piled-up stock, then cover future output. America plans to give Venezuela diluents and parts, prevent the country's oil industry from falling apart, and slowly recover output. Trump has urged Chevron, ExxonMobil, etc., oil giants to return to Venezuela and set to meet energy bosses at White House this Friday. The core of this strategy is through controlling oil cash flow to get huge influence, thus push Venezuela's political and economic changes. To make the plan happen, White House announced will selectively remove some sanctions, so Venezuela crude oil can legally sell in global market and settled by American banks. White House said, all sales money will first be put in accounts controlled by America in world-famous banks. Make sure money used legally. Trump also revealed, Venezuela will use this money to buy American products, including farm products, medicine, medical equipment, and energy-based facilities. In addition, America plans to slowly relax some sanctions, allow Venezuela to import parts and equipment to steady output, and urge Chevron, ConocoPhillips, ExxonMobil, etc., American companies to return to Venezuela to rebuild industry. Experts guess, in short term, a little investment can add hundreds of thousands barrels daily output, but full recovery to history high needs tens of billions dollars reinvestment. Venezuela has world's biggest oil reserves. This agreement, expected value $2 billion to $2.8 billion, will greatly help American refineries and fill strategic reserves. In past 10 years, Venezuela oil main buyer is China. This action also cuts off China-Venezuela energy cooperation. U.S. Secretary of State Rubio days ago said, ask Venezuela new government to fully check and drive out China, Russia, Cuba, and Iran military advisors, intelligence people, and related behind forces in local. Only agree these four countries' few diplomatic people continue to stay. This equal to cutting off these countries' influence networks built in Venezuela for many years. Will this sea oil tug-of-war cause bigger-scale energy price changes? We will keep tracking this Friday's White House and energy giants meeting progress. Next, pay attention to Shenzhen hospital suspected of using too much medicine causing 20-year-old patient to take her own life. Mother's report is full of blood and tears words. According to mainland Shenyang Evening News report, recently a mother posted saying, Shenzhen Kangning Hospital and treating her 20-year-old daughter with schizophrenia had over medicine dose beyond instructions, fake medical records, etc. Series of wrong operations, causing daughter to take her own life 5 days after leaving hospital. She even doubts her daughter became a test drug white mouse. Shenzhen Kangning Hospital is Shenzhen's only 3A mental hospital directly under Health Commission. According to dead person Xiaojia's mother, Miss Chen, on Weibo description, in May 2022, her daughter, because schizophrenia condition repeated, third time entered Shenzhen Kangning Hospital. Miss Chen public patient medical records show, during treatment, Xiaojia took anti-mental illness drug lurecidone, starting dose 20 milligrams per day. But in just over 1 month, drug dose was raised many times. From June 4th to 13th, 2022, drug dose slowly from 20 milligrams per day added to 80 milligrams per day. This dose is already the biggest daily dose in drug instructions. At this time, patient already had uncontrolled mouth opening, tongue stiff, etc. Acute muscle tension problem signs. At this time, hospital just added benztropine to help. But in later treatment, hospital again raised dose to 120 milligrams per day. Ms. Chen pointed out, this is clear over instructions medicine use. Worth noting is, National Drug Supervision Bureau data show lurecidone in China's check test highest dose is 80 milligrams per day. Over this dose, safety and effectiveness lack China patient data support. In addition, Ms. Chen by chance in hospital saw this drug's patient recruit ad, making her doubt daughter without knowing became White Mouse to help hospital test drug. On July 21st, 2022, Director Dr. Yu, someone after checking room said Xiaojia condition better, take own life risk low, and many times urged family to handle leave hospital steps. And when leaving hospital, hospital only told family, take good care to prevent accidents. Did not tell family details about patient over medicine facts. In addition, Ms. Chen public assigned May 12, 2022-inch rehab treatment no agree book should be signed by guardian Ms. Chen herself, but later proved to be faked by hospital Dr. Lee someone. Actual create time is July 30th that year. And on July 29th, leaving hospital that day, Xiaojia right away cried to mother about drug side effects hard to bear and had enemy feeling to mother, refused to take medicine. At same time had no appetite, cannot sleep, etc. signs. Facing daughter's quick worsening condition, Miss Chen on August 1st midnight emergency went to the hospital to line up for enter, but hospital at that time used repairing lack beds as reason refused to accept. But later, hospital provided clinic records, wrote, family refused hospital treatment. And just the next day after refused enter hospital, Xiaojia in Futian District 1 building area fell from high and died. In October 2022, Shenzhen Medical Association checked this case as Level 1A medical accident. Hospital side takes secondary responsibility. Clear pointed out it has over instructions, medicine not told, not check fall, and medicine link. Fake no agree book sign, etc. wrongs. After that, Shenzhen Health Commission from October 2023 to July 2024 on involved hospital total fine 80,000 yuan RMB and give warning. On involved doctors separately give warning, stop practice, etc. punishments. Ms. Chen thinks hospital series behaviors made her unable to correctly judge condition, do guardian duty, and when come back, check refused accept, even cut off daughter's last life chance. In July 2025, she officially to Shenzhen Futian District Prosecutor's Office submit criminal case filing supervision application. Ask prosecutor's office to supervise police office on you someone, Lee someone, etc. Involve doctors suspected medical accident crime file case investigate.